I am so sorry. I am so sorry, black man.
Hey, black man. Hey. So I just wanted to come on here for one and say, I love you. I love you. I adore you. And I want nothing but the best for you. And I really want you to understand, regardless of the things that have happened in your past, you deserve love. You deserve romance. You deserve to smile. You deserve to feel butterflies in your stomach and your heart and your chest. You deserve real love. And not just somebody trying to come at you for a paycheck or for money. You deserve to feel all the good things because you do so many good things, regardless if the media wants to highlight that or not. But, my black man, I love you. I really, really love you. I adore you. You mean the world to me. And I would be nothing without you. And a lot of women refuse to admit that, but that is the truth. So, my black man, I hope you have the most prosperous day you can possibly ever have on this fine Wednesday. And again, I love you. And I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. I don't care. You have a great day.
You know, my good family, there is something the system did to us black people and that made us divided. And one of these things is not loving our own. Okay? It was a great divide between black women and black men, between our own self too. Because when two stand together, empire fall, and that's why the system invested billions just to keep us apart, just to keep black men and black women apart. So it was a strategy. The great divide was planned. Okay, it was planned. So this story did not begin with attitudes on or social media. No, this story began with design, but right now it is flipping. Black women are telling black men, forgive us because we did not understand, because they lied to us. We did not see your worth, we did not see your value, but right now we are seeing your value and we are saying sorry and we are loving our black men again. Oh, hallelujah. Now, before I continue with this video, I want you to watch these clips I've planned for you here, and then we come back and talk more.
I woke up this morning and it was heavy on my heart that I owe my brothers an apology. The news created story after story that essentially our brothers were deserting us and that they were turning towards Trump and going to vote for Trump in higher numbers than ever seen before, which was a lie. Trump pulled the same number of black men as he did his last election. I believed all the stories. I got wrapped up in the hype. And you know why that's so crazy? Because I, Randy B, am the one who was always talking about how the media tries to manipulate us, how the media always shows the negativity within the black community. And I'm the one who knows exactly how they manipulate us to create separation between us. But I fell for it. And I became upset. And I did my little think pieces. I think I was always respectful. I always try to be respectful. But I came for y'all. I was upset. I was hurt. Because, with my brothers, I take it personally. I take it personally. I got too much love there not to take it personally. And I was wrong. And I am sorry that I got wrapped up, that I trusted mainstream media, who has never, for the most part, reflected us in a good light or has ever done anything or written stories that unite us, for the most part. So I am sorry, and that's on me, and I will be more careful in the future. Black men, for the most part, stood by us. Are there the outliers? There's always going to be. But for the most part, brothers voted for us. And many are saying that they were voting in support of our reproductive rights, us as women, and they were voting for a black woman. May this election remind us of how united black people are. We may disagree all the time about things because we're family and families do that. But when it's time to unite and come through, we come through. We showed up for each other. We are a team. I don't want us to focus so much on how we're not good or the dissension between the two of us, between black men and black women. I really would like for this to be a time of healing for all of us. Because if we don't have each other, we don't have nothing. If we didn't learn nothing about this election, we need to have learned that. And so thank you, black men, for standing by us. I'm sorry. And I hope that we continue to build upon this. We use this as a moment to get even stronger. My love to all of you out there. We need each other.
They lied to us. They told us that the only provision a black man can give is money, and we ate it up. They trained us to make finance the primary focus of our relationship with him. They taught us that if he's not giving you money, don't even let him be a father to his child. If he's not giving you money, he has no say-so. He can't tell you nothing. If he's not giving you money, he can't make the rules in the house, because who's ever making the money makes the rules. They reduced the black man's value to his wallet, and we went along with it. And now we can't even see the priceless value that he brings that has nothing to do with the paycheck, because a real man brings more than just money. He brings direction. He brings guidance. He brings leadership. He brings protection. But if all you're looking for is cash, you'll miss all of that. Some of y'all would rather have a rich man who's useless in every other area than a man that could actually lead you and build with you. And that's why our homes are broken.
Dear black man, I just want to apologize for every woman that ever disrespected you, called you out of your name, for every mother who gave you away or made you feel abandoned, for every woman who turned your children against you, for the children who disrespected you. I want to apologize for the love that you don't receive. I want to apologize for the hate that you do get that you don't deserve. I want to apologize for people not allowing you to make mistakes. I want to apologize for you being judged before you even open your mouth. I want to apologize for people punishing you just for the color of your skin. I want to apologize for people punishing you just for being a man and never allowing you to just be a human. Whether you are in jail or at the top of your game, I want to apologize and tell you that I sincerely love you. And if nobody told you, you are amazing, talented, gifted, blessed, and so very needed in this world.
Black man, I'm sorry that you feel unloved. I'm sorry that you feel devalued. I'm sorry that you feel like your dreams and ambitions were stolen from you. I'm sorry for the people that have used and abused you. I'm sorry that you feel like your opinions don't matter. I'm sorry that you feel like people don't see the greatness in you. I'm sorry that people have made fun of you. I'm sorry that people have talked behind your back and laughed in your face. I'm sorry that the people that you have protected and will give your last breath for have done you so wrong and have left you when you needed them the most. I'm sorry that you are continuously targeted and killed on a daily basis. I'm sorry that your spirituality has not been enough to keep you afloat. I'm sorry that you had to prove yourself in school. I'm sorry that you had to prove yourself and not be accepted as a black man. I'm sorry that you've had to continuously prove yourself on a job. I'm sorry that you have had to prove yourself to your woman. I'm sorry that you have had to prove yourself to your children. I'm sorry that the ones that you looked out for the most have not valued you. I'm sorry that you walk around every day with a broken heart. I'm sorry that your mother and father were not there for you. I'm sorry that our country sees you as 3/5 of a man. I'm sorry that the ones you call brother have turned their backs on you when you needed them the most. Black man, for all the hurt and pain that society and those that you care about have caused you, I am sorry. I love you. We need you. You matter. You deserve respect. I love you, Black man.
Us for getting it wrong. Can y'all forgive us for being ignorant and not knowing what to do, not knowing how to love y'all, not knowing how to support y'all, not knowing how to be there to encourage y'all, giving up on y'all? Can y'all forgive us for that? For taking and playing mind games and just doing the unthinkable. Can y'all forgive us for that? Because we not perfect. We all been played. We all gotta take a L. And once we all take our lick, then we'll be able to really heal. Christ has to be the center of our foundation.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry, black man. Please forgive me. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know. I didn't realize how trapped you've been. I didn't realize how you've been targeted and hunted, set up, lied on. I didn't know. And I want you to know that I apologize. I privileged my pain over yours. I did that. And there's no real excuse, but there is an explanation. Okay? As a black woman in North America, because that's where I live, I've been taught how to relate to you through white supremacy. And I never gave you the benefit of the doubt. I just took the images, the stuff that I heard my mama say, when wounded women were talking about you, and then I had bad experiences with black men. I painted you all the same way that the cops paint you. I'm wrong for that. Now, I am apologizing to you in two ways. One, as a black woman. Two, as a human being. Because what was taken from you was your humanity. Ever since slavery, ever since Nat Turner, ever since 1830, you have been criminalized. You have been positioned and targeted from kindergarten. By the time you're in the third grade, you're already set up to go to prison. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that they blocked you out of every type of trade so you couldn't make money for your family. I didn't know. I didn't know that the whole structure of what it means to be American is built upon your free labor for white structures, including the penal system. That you were designed to be the workforce for whiteness since you got here. And I didn't know that. And what's worse is I didn't look. I was so hurt by you that I justified my righteous indignation because I was hurt. And I didn't look why you would hurt me. It never crossed my mind that you were hurt too. I don't even know how come well, actually I do, because you've been positioned as a criminal and as an animal, so I'm not even going to see you as a human being. I'm going to see you like they teach me to see you. And I fell for it. And I didn't look it up. I didn't look for the research. I didn't care. I was like, yeah, yeah. I mean, and I'm guilty of that. I did that to you. I didn't ask why you hurt me. I just was hurt. And I didn't look. I didn't see how you've been cornered. Every way. I mean, every way, every decade, from chain gangs to hip hop. You're always getting blamed for violence, but we never talk about the record labels. We never talk about distribution. We always talk about the artists. We always talk about the black men being violent. Well, you don't get to choose what gets on air. You don't get to choose what you get to sign. If you don't do it the way that they say to do it, then you don't eat. You can't. And we make it sound like it's a character flaw when it's a structural, systematic way of keeping you in bondage. And I'm sorry for that. Because I say I love you, how come I didn't look? How come it didn't even dawn on me? I didn't even think that you could be hurt. I was so focused on my pain and all the ugly I had experienced at your hand that I didn't even think, well, hell, how did you get there? And I can say it now on the other side of healing. You see what I'm saying? I can say it now. But I couldn't say it when you needed it. When you needed me to believe you and not them. When you needed a safe space, just so I want to hear you out. I didn't listen. So I wanted to punish you. I wanted you to feel how you made me feel. I wanted you to feel the level of hurt and resentment and helplessness, never understanding that is why you lashed out. Anything that's cornered will strike. Anything that's trapped will fight. It's just it's human nature. And I so related to you the way white people have taught me to relate to you. I didn't even look. I didn't ask. I just sided with them. And I turned you into the enemy. And I was wrong. I was wrong. And I apologize. Now, you don't have to accept my apology, okay? You don't have to. It's not required, okay? And in truth, shit, I'm not even certain you should, given the fact that it took me 400 years to look the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? But what I want you to know is this. As a black woman, as a human being, I know what it feels like to be betrayed, to be lied on, to be beat, to be assaulted. I know what it's like. I just never imagined it happening to you. In my mind, I never saw you as a person. I saw you as an idea. I saw you as a threat. I saw you as the pictures on television. I just saw you the way they taught me to see you. And it served me. It let me let you be the scapegoat for my failings. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not scapegoating on you anymore, black man.
Grand Rising family. Now, you have heard the videos of where what black ladies are saying, black queens are saying about black men, okay? And some are asking for forgiveness. Some are saying black men are gods. We didn't know about that. It's a reality because they studied African kingdoms for decades where queens ruled beside kings, not beneath them. And they saw the unbreakable love between them, you know? And the partnership of, for example, the partnership of Shaka Zulu, is it Shaka's mother, Nandi, and they feared that power, you know? They feared the unbreakable love of, okay? These are our great kings and queens. So they knew they will not break through. So what they needed to do is to divide. So they rewrote the script. They painted the black man as a villain, as the abuser, as the absent father. And they painted the black woman as a loud one, the angry one, and the problem in the society, you know? So every move, every commercial ads, every policy was a brushstroke on the same canvas of separation, okay? They created independence that meant isolation, and they made protection that means dependence on them instead of each other. And they call it progress, okay? Those are white lies. It was white lies. The white system sold lies on both sides They sold lies to black women. They sold lies to black men. They told black women that you don't need him. He is lazy. He's a thug. He's only or will only bring you down. And they told black men that she's against you, that she will never respect you. Those whispers became algorithms, and those lies became lifestyles. And before we knew it, the very people who were meant to heal each other started to hate each other or started to fear each other. But the truth is, this lie, it's dying, because the truth never die, but lies always die. So today we are seeing black women awakening again, and they're realizing that that strong doesn't mean lonely, but and independence doesn't mean disconnected. Are remembering that partnership with their own men isn't regression, but it is evolution. Because when a black woman stands beside a black man with love, the system shakes, the system loses control. Okay, now let's talk media. The biggest weapon of all was the media. For decades, Hollywood showed us broken homes. They never showed the full picture. They never showed the love. They never showed the loyalty. They never showed the endurance that our people carried even in chains. They never showed how the black women held families together through slavery, through segregation, through everything. They never showed how black men risked his life every day to protect his family under laws designed to destroy him, because black people or black men were going out and fighting, protesting, and doing everything. Black man was absent because he was protecting black women against the filthy laws. Instead, they replaced truth with caricatures. The angry black woman, the no good black man, and society believed it. But right now, the table is turning. When you go on TikTok, on YouTube, you feel real voices like yours are breaking that spell. Black women are telling their own stories, and that's why I played those videos. Black men are telling their own stories. Black women are rediscovering. They are discovering. They are asking forgiveness. They are choosing love over propaganda. You will hear them saying they were misled, and etc., and that is reality. Now, healing doesn't begin with the blame. Healing always begins with the truth. Because black men has been bruised by systems that stripped them of power, and black women have been burdened with survival roles that forced them into armor. Okay, so both black women and black men we were reacting to trauma they didn't cause. So instead of judging each other, we must understand each other first to heal this one. Every sister who says, I'm tired of doing this alone, is echoing generation of pain. Every brother who says, I don't feel respected, is voicing centuries of emasculation. But when truth enters, healing begins. Because the real enemy was never each other. The real enemy, it was a system that stood between black man and a black woman. And we are having a spiritual awakening. This awakening isn't just social, but it is spiritual. Africa and the diaspora, black women are discovering divine femininity rooted in creation, rooted in intuition and power. Black men are reclaiming divine masculinity rooted in protection, wisdom, and purpose. And when these energies reunite, something cosmic happens. The vibration rule rises, communities heal, children grow with confidence. The love between a black man and a black woman isn't just romance. It is alchemy. It is how kingdoms are born, and that's exactly why they tried to poison it. The unity, the love, it is so dangerous. They feared, and they are still fearing the reunion. The system never feared protest of black people. The system feared the partnership of black man and a black woman. The system didn't fear slogans, but it feared strong households. Because every time a black family thrives, white supremacy loses oxygen. And you may ask yourself, why did they create a lot of prisons? And these prisons were taking in black men to take them away from the family. Why were they breaking families, black families? You know, right now you are seeing panic online. It's because every time a video of a genuine black love goes viral, it's like a glitch in the matrix, you know? So the reunion has already begun. When you scroll through social media right now, you will see it. Black couples laughing together, black couples starting business together, traveling together, healing together, podcasts led by sisters talking about how they are unlearning the white feminist lens that taught them to distract their brothers. Brothers are creating platforms to defend, protect, and celebrate their women. So this is not nostalgia. This is revolution. And it is global, not only in one place. It is global. From Lagos to Atlanta to Caribbean to, to Nairobi, everywhere, from London to Accra. This movement isn't just about going backward, but it's about going home. For a very long time, strength means suffering. Black women were praised for enduring pain, not recovering love. Black men were praised for suppressing emotion, not expressing it. But the new generation is rewriting that script. Right now, strength means vulnerability. Strength means vulnerability. Strength means trust. Strength means building, not just surviving. Because the new love language is powerful because it's honest. It says that I see your pain, but also I see your potential. And that's exactly what scares the world. A healed black couple became unstoppable. Okay? What's happening between black men and black women is bigger than romance. It is cultural realignment. When the African diaspora reconnects through love and the economic shift, our profits shifted, our image shifted. The world has always copied black culture, but they feared black unity. And now they are seeing that our unity is built on love, not on hate, not on compassion, or not on competition, but on truth. From all the way from music to fashion to business, the energy of black love is reshaping everything. It's giving the next generation permission to believe in each other again. And at the end of the day, this story is not about resentment. It's about resurrection. Black women defying white lies is not just about rejecting anyone, but it's about returning home to what was sacred all along. It's about remembering that no system, no stereotype, no propaganda can rewrite divine design. The black men and the black women were never enemies. They were always reflection. And as they stand together again, hand in hand, truth in heart, love in spirit, the world still have no choice but to watch the rise of something they tried to hide, something they tried to erase so hard, something they tried to bury. Because black love is not a trend. Black love is a prophecy, okay? They tried psychological war on black people. They didn't just break us. They did not just break our chains, but they tried to break our bond, okay? Because they knew once black men and black women remember who they are, then the illusion collapses. They played mind games. They never had to keep the chains on our wrists anymore, the physical one, but they used minds. If they couldn't place them on our minds or on our hands, they placed the chains on our minds. They attacked the most sacred foundation of any community, the connection between man and woman. And they made a black woman question if her man was good or enough. They made black men to question if his woman was loyal enough. They made both look at each other with suspicion instead of trust and love. And that was psychological warfare. The media played a bigger part. They said black men abandon families, but never showed how entire system criminalized them out of their homes. They said black women are too difficult, but never mentioned how centuries of survival made them carry masculine burdens. So it was incompatible. It was trauma. It wasn't incapability. It wasn't incapability. It was trauma. And trauma, when unhealed, breeds what we call misunderstanding. Okay? Schools taught black girls that success meant escaping their own men. They showed image of progress as a woman in a white office living alone, disconnected. They taught black boys that leadership was aggression and masculinity was dangerous. They punished assertiveness in black children. The same traits celebrated in white kids. They replaced community pride with individual ambition. And so when these children grew up, they were successfully but lonely and educated, but emotionally lost. So when these children grew up with all these emotional loss and everything, you see someone is not happy, and that was their goal, to create intelligent slaves, not united or kings and queens. So when social media arrived, it could have been a bridge, okay? But they turned it into a battlefield. Algorithm favored conflict. When you just scroll, you see videos of conflict between black men and women. They amplified every man versus women video, They pushed every post that said black women this, black men this. The algorithm favored that because division keeps engagement high and spirit low. But the irony is the same tool they used to divide us is now helping us awaken. Sisters are sharing videos saying, I realized we were taught to hate our men. Brothers are posting that I see now why our women were angry. They were unprotected. Social media is turning into a classroom for healing. And the hard truth that I want to share is not against women, but for clarity. Western feminism was never built for the liberation of a black woman. No, it was designed to weaponize her pain and separate her from her natural ally, the black man. So when white feminists marched for equality, they were fighting their own white husband, okay? the men who already ruled the world. But they recruited black women into a war that wasn't theirs. They say that you don't need your men, but they never say that you don't need the system. So instead of freeing black women from oppression, it tied them to another form of control. And that's emotional isolation. Real liberation isn't rejecting the black man. Real liberation is standing beside him as partners, not opponents, to rebuild what was stolen. When you separate divine masculine from divine feminine, you invite chaos. And that's what we have seen for generation: confusion, imbalance, wars, emotional wars, and everything. So the world told our women that softness was weakness, and told our men that gentleness was weakness. And so both became armored, not intimate, But the original African spiritual system, the Kemet, the Kush, the Yoruba, the Congo, always honored balance. The women was the throne and the man was the pillar, and together they carried creation itself. So when a black woman returned to black men, they are not being submissive, but they are being sacred. They are stepping back into divine alignment that existed long before slavery, before colonization, and long before even we had these gender wars, And when you look closely, sometimes love is not just about emotional. It's economical too, because a divided people spend more on to own lies. Okay, single household means double bills. Lonely people buy comfort. Couples build wealth. So the system profits when we didn't trust each other. They build dating apps, entertainment, even political. Okay, all of them thrive on our disconnection. But right now, imagine millions of black couples pooling income, sharing land, rising businesses, homeschooling their children, investing together. That's what they fear, because unity creates independence. And when black men and women love each other again, the economy of white dependency collapses. And that is not